I am discussing the Lyazanov Theater, or the Moscow Theater, art theater, which began in the late 19th century and thrived well into the 20th century. This theater was best known for one of the founders, Konstantin Stanislavski, who created an entirely new system for acting and training actors with the desire to add new form to the art. This system allowed the actors to be able to jump into character at any moment in any situation. The Moscow Art Theater, or MAT, as many people in the drama community call it, was an indoor theater with a semi-oval center stage, floor seating, and a series of balconies that seated audiences nearly up to the roof of the building. The play that gave the MIT its fame was its production of The Seagull in 1898 by Anton Chekhov, the other founder of the theater, yet it experienced influential names such as Shakespeare before this production. Chekhov explored all that was new in the world of theater and was part of the realism movement, bringing dialogue in which audiences could try and discern hidden meanings. Its long list of performances included the works of Gorky, Andreyev, Tolstoy, Maeterlinck, and Hauptmann, and many more. It showed no preference for genre and put on plays of political and social significance, satires, fantasies, and comedies. Well known for its retelling of Russian folklore, the theater continued to thrive until the founders split the theater in two because of creative disagreements. The founders originally intended the play to be open to all so that anyone from any social and financial background could afford to view the plays. Yet due to lack of private funding, the audience remained in the upper class until the theater went on the road and performed in America as well as the United Kingdom, in which the audience was broader. Liveness is the completely unique, unable to be replicated nature of each performance in a theater. How the actors play off the audience's emotions creates an ephemeral experience that will never again be as it was at the time of viewing. Liveness in the Moscow Art Theater showed itself in the ever-changing cast list for performances. Stanislavski had all employed actors live together for months as their characters in the same sense that method acting has taken over today. These actors all understood each other's roles by heart through their extensive time spent together, and the playwrights would often switch actors around to different roles. This made sure that every show was completely unique, which embodies the liveness of theater. The expectations of the audience during the live event at a theater in the 19th century in Russia to the 20th century in Russia were that attending the theater would be a community event with interactive events and improvisational skits in between acts. Audiences were allowed to become part of the imaginary world that the actors were creating for them, embodying liveness. But after the Russian Revolution and the takeover of the Stalinist ideology and regime, this all became much more strict. Due to the government-funded nature of the Moscow Art Theater, many working-class people were unable to attend, much to the dismay of the founders, who had wished anyone could enjoy the art taking place there. Thus, audiences were mainly composed of middle and upper-class citizens. There was a regime monopoly upon the Russian theater in its later years, but in no means was it banned at the time of the MAT's founding. Yet it was its funding limitations which restricted the audiences able to attend. The themes thus were geared towards Soviet plays and national folklore and history. With the Russian Civil War and the takeover of Stalin, artistic expression was limited, and topics of what could be performed were also limited. Men wrote, performed, and watched plays, whereas women could only perform and watch them. Yet the key to who could perform and write was decided not primarily on gender, but loyalty to the Russian regime, as opposing thought was viewed as suspicious. This limited Western writers from making a name for themselves at the Moscow Art Theater.